Hi. Come on. It's so freaking cold in Dallas. I mistakenly stepped out for a couple of seconds, maybe less than 5 seconds. So the ancestor almost froze. I almost froze. But by the mercies of God, it is so cold. Like, it is not even weather for two. This one is like weather for eight. This one is groupie hug. Like all of you just gather together and just be under one blanket, one heating blanket, and that's it. Welcome to my world once again. Some of you, you're watching me for the first time. I am the Emotions Doctor. I am not a content creator. I'm not an influencer. I am scripting emotionally stable ancestors and adults. Do you understand? So this is not content. This is not influencing. This is education. I am scripting emotionally stable ancestors. It cost me so much time, it cost me energy, it cost me so many things and so much to be here, but it is always my pleasure to show up. For example, I haven't eaten breakfast. Right here, I've got my beans, my plantain, and my peppered snail waiting for me to be consumed, but once this conversation is over, I'll be feasting on that and I'll be enjoying my life. So if it's your first time watching me, welcome to my world. It's a world of sanity and peace, and anything that attempts to stress me is just going to graduate. So it's 2 days to Christmas. What's going on? It's going to be Jesus's birthday pretty soon. Happy birthday, G. Happy birthday, Jesus. Happy birthday, to our man, our guy. Happy birthday, Mr. J. What's going on in some countries? I hear that power has changed hands. And in some countries, we're cold, believing God that power is not going to be destructed and all of that. So could you please let me know where in the world you are experiencing this conversation from? Where is your awesome face listening to me from? Where are you experiencing this from? What country are you listening to this conversation from? While you're dropping that, we're just saying happy birthday, Jesus. It's not your birthday, so it's not a time to task anybody or stress anybody. It's Jesus's birthday, so let us appreciate the birthday man. The birthday G. Someone is listening from Belgium. Efosa is listening from Belgium. Please let me know what part of the world you're experiencing this conversation from. What part of the world are you experiencing this from? What part of the world? Happy birthday, Jesus. From the US, New York, from Cameroon, from Belgium, from Canada. Now I need to know how many. From Oman. Where is Oman? Please, what part of the world is Oman? Yeah. What part of the world is Oman? I see Nigeria, I see Canada, I see Belgium, I see USA, I see Oman. Where else? Please, where is Oman? Can someone please let me know where Oman is from? I see Cameroon. So there are 6 countries in the house already. 6 countries in the house. I saw Ireland earlier on, so there are 7 countries in the house. Where else? Where is, what's it called? Where is Oman? Somebody said he or she is listening from Oman. Oman is in Asia. Oh, interesting. Is Oman a country or just somewhere? Is Oman a country? Is Oman a country? Please let me learn something today. Is Oman a country, or Oman is, part of a country? So there are 7 countries in the house. Thank you. Please, who wants to educate me? Is Oman a country? Prague. Now, wow. That's 8. Please. Oh, Oman is a country. Thank you. Oman. Okay, I learned something today. Thank you. Prague. Where is Prague? I hear Prague repeatedly. What part of the world is Prague? Please teach me something. I hear Prague repeatedly. There's Germany in the house. So right now we have 9 countries listening to me. 9 countries. So Oman is a country. Is Prague a country, or Prague is part of a country? Like, is Prague a city or a state in a country, or is part of a country? Prague, Poland. Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you. So we have 9 awesome countries. So all of us are learning. Prague is in Czech. Okay, so it's in Czech Republic in Poland. Thank you so much. I have Oman and Prague. They are about 196 countries. So, except you're cramming the countries, you will most likely not know. So I love it when people are telling me about countries. I have Prague in the house. I have Oman in the house. I have Canada in the house. I have Nigeria. I have Belgium. I have Ireland. I have United Kingdom. I have United States. I have Canada. I'm not sure if I mentioned Canada earlier on, but I know that we have 9 awesome countries in the house. If you're a Christian, happy birthday, Jesus. If you're not a Christian, it is time for you to eat our chicken. Especially those people who didn't used to give us meat. You will ask, oh, meat. It's not time for meat. It's never time for meat. They've done it to the point where we now don't even know when it is time for meat. Any little holiday like this, it's not time for meat. It's not time for meat. Till they have successfully convinced somebody like me now. I don't even now know meat time. But there's chicken for people like you, especially for people who didn't give us meat, but because we are not vindictive and wicked, we're going to give you chicken. I'm not giving anybody my pepper snail. Pepper snails are only for the anointed. So I keep my pepper snail. So welcome on board. Welcome to my word. If it's your first, second, third, or fourth, or fifth time, welcome to all of you who will buy badges. Thank you in advance. Sometimes I mention names, sometimes I do not mention names, but I'm appreciating you too, and I want you to know that thank you so much. To everyone who has bought me snails before, I want to say thank you. I remember someone saying, you can afford these things, so what's going on? And then this person had said to me, the person sent me a message and said, what do you want for Christmas? And I'm like, just send me snails. And the person said, no, I mean, what do you want for Christmas? And I'm like, okay, let's do it well. Private jet is an option. The person started laughing that, no, it can't be. If I said that's a problem. I went for snails, it wasn't going to bother you, but here you are and you want to be bothered. And somewhere along the line, I'm giving you what I really want. And then you don't want to be bothered again. No, you have to pick your hustle. So snails is just, for everybody. It's no respecter of persons. But by the time you were looking deeply, to ask me what I want, it may be from a 10-bedroom duplex, to whatever. So welcome on board. Let's talk about from pen to profit. From pen to profit. Why do I have these conversations? I have these conversations because I do not want some people to remain broke. Number 2, I do not want people to also keep blaming God for what men or you are supposed to do. And I do not want you to think that life is unfair. And when I say life is unfair, sometimes you do something repeatedly and then you get to that point where you're frustrated and you're saying to yourself, where is God in all of this? The truth about it is that forget what you see on social media or whatever it is. There's so much going on behind the scene, and it is called hard work and intentionality. If you haven't joined my email list, you should join through the link in bio, because during the week I shared 5 ways in which access to the right people can change your life. You do not know sometimes that it is just not about hard work. It is about knowing the right person at the right time, and the fact that the right person can drop in a word, a recommendation. They can mention your name where it matters. Access is extremely key, and that is the reason why I am so big and so hard on, you don't know who people are per time, so never underestimate anyone. Never think that, oh, they can add value to you. That's the reason why you want to sound condescending or mess them up. You may just be messing up one person who will mention your name, and it can be your executive assistant, your executive driver, your house assistant, whoever they are, because these guys hear gist. Executive drivers or hear gist from their CEOs to their founders to house assistants. Like if you're in an African country, there's a tendency that you have the capacity to hire help. If you're abroad, then you're choosing your stress, that you want to spend more money or not, all of those things. So access is extremely key, and I shared 5 reasons why and how access to the right set of people can make you play a bigger game. So from pen to profit, Pretty short conversation. What does it mean to move from pen to profit? What does it mean to move from pen to profit? There are some industries that are going to make a lot of money next year, and I thought that I should inform my followers just in case you are interested in positioning yourself for the amount of money that you desire. $100,000, 200, 250, 300, whatever it is. I have the millions of dollars that I want to achieve next year. Some people want 100,000, whatever that you want next year. There are some industries that are hotcake, and you may not have the skills as of today, the 23rd of December, but then before midnight, you can start trying to get the skill, because you need to follow the voice of money, you need to follow the direction of money, and you need to follow the speed and traction of money. Dr. Shogo, how you doing? Dr. Shogo is one of my tribe members, doing exceptionally well, at his level, doing stuff and all of that. So where is the money, and where will the money go in 2023? What direction is money going in 2023? Now, 2023 will not just answer to prayers. It will not just answer to fasting and all the spiritual things that people do. Excellent. 2023 is going to answer to intentionality and strategy. I have observed that one of the brokest set of people I have met, are Christians. Number two, the most entitled set of people are Christians. Number three, one of the people who lack boundaries are Christians. And it has nothing to do with God. It is the fact that we want to transfer our responsibility through prayers and not participate in it. That is the reason why a marriage is having issues. Instead of going to see a marriage therapist or a coach or whatever, people would rather pray about it. I don't have a challenge with praying. Do you pray about writing your exams without reading? Do you pray about traveling out without a passport? Does that sound and feel normal? Do you pray about eating and not feeding yourself except you are incapacitated? So go for prayers, but you need to be intentional and be strategic. So where is money going in 2023? Tech is part of them, but tech is not the only space, and tech is not the only place. So where is the voice of money? Where is the direction? Where can you get money from? Like I said, you don't need the skills now that you're listening to me now. I know you may not have the skills, but guess what? You're on a holiday. Instead of sleeping and waking up and saying, I can't kill myself, this holiday is a good time to start something, a good time to learn something, a good time to be intentional about something. So do not just fold your arms, rest. I need you to rest, but you can dedicate 4 hours daily to learn a new skill, to learn where money is going in 2023, so that you don't show up in 2023 broke. You don't begin to say, oh, January is too long, February is too long, and there's no money in town, there's no money on ground, and nowhere. All of those poverty design slogans should not really be on your mind and not be in your soul. And this is not just about God. This is about you. This is about you. So the first thing for money, I will talk about tech, but let me talk about other industries first. The first direction of money that you need to pay attention to, whether you are actively participating in the industry or you are working as an affiliate marketer. So an affiliate marketer is someone who sees a product or a service and says, I know somebody who will need these products and service. You do the connection and you get a commission. So the industries that money will show up beyond tech, I will discuss tech. The industries money will show up. Number one, there's the lifestyle industry. There's so much pressure for people to look in a particular way and have a particular shape and sound in a particular way. Like there's money in vanity. There's money in what you call nonsense. There's money in what you call low self-esteem The media has this narrative of perfection, and as long as people do not understand how the media works and the psychology of sales, people will keep feeling they are not good enough. So they will keep trying to alter their bodies, alter their voices, alter their looks, add push-ups, do everything to belong, to fit into the box, and to look desirable. So there's money in lifestyle products. What are lifestyle products? Lifestyle products starts from what people wear and how they smell. What they wear, how they smell. Sex permanently sells. Everyone pretends that, sex is not a big deal. But yeah, they feast on sex. They are having sex. Everybody is enjoying their life one way or the other. Apart from singles, but life is rolling. People are doing stuff. Sex will sell, lifestyle products will sell. Parents will always buy things for their children. Parents want to provide a better life, the life they did not have for their children. Sometimes they overdo it. Sometimes, they overindulge them. But there's a budget for children. There's a budget for lifestyle. There's a budget for sex. Let's go into another industry, which is the marketing and sales industry. Money would be in the marketing and sales industry. What do I mean by that? Number one, you need to learn how to sell. And when I say learn how to sell, selling is just not forcing people to buy something. Selling is storytelling. Selling is story selling. People buy stories. People do not buy products or services. People buy outcomes. People do not buy products or services. People buy, what will this do for me? How will I feel after this? Who has used this before and it changed their lives? People buy stories. So if you do not know how to sell, this is a fantastic time to show up as the sales cruncher, that one that can move bottom lines from $100,000 to $500,000 in less than 6 months. Companies would fight for you. You can bill them any amount of money that you want. Your negotiation skills and power would increase. So you need to learn how to sell. Google and YouTube ready to teach you anything you want to learn. It's also a good time for copywriters. Who are copywriters? Copywriters are those people who come up with one-liners to sell a product. One-liners to sell a product. What do I mean by that? Just like the video that I posted on my wall that says, if you can learn doggy, you can learn this. That's a copy. I have a degree in branding, beyond every other thing that I do. So I know how to push something out. When I want a particular reaction, I know how to get it. Somebody said to me yesterday that there's absolutely nothing you can't talk about on social media. And he was laughing. And I was like, what's going on? And he was like, you are so fearless. And I was like, am I supposed to be fearful? And he was like, no, that one of the reasons why people like you is your boldness and authenticity. Like you say those things so calmly, so kindly, and then people can't even figure out, did she just say that? And I'm like, really? And he said, you have the gift of gab and you know how to write. And that's the reason why when I want to push something, when I want to make it viral, I know how to provoke the emotion. I know how to turn one post into 10,000 shares. I know how blogs are going to give me free publicity. So instead of paying for advertising, I just know how to write what I'm supposed to write, and I get my desired emotion. And I use that to sell. I use that to crunch in my numbers. I use that for my ROI. So copywriting is a fantastic skill that you need to invest in. There's money in copywriting, and in 2023, organizations will desire sales executives. Organizations will desire copywriters. On the vanity side, you also need to invest in vanity. People are going to keep having sex, and then parents are going to keep taking care of their children. Relationship is another industry. And then do not just show up in industries without the depth and the necessary skills for it. Because once people understand that you are just fluff and bluff, the same way they believed in you is the same way they're going to mess you up. And there's this pull down syndrome that some people have, so get to that zone where you genuinely know what you're doing. So for relationships, for example, there are some gaps that I've noticed at the relationship, in the relationship industry, that I think that if you have the necessary skills, or you can position yourself, for the necessary skills, you will be able to not just have your income, but you have your impact. So do not just focus on income, focus on solving a problem. And in solving the problem, people are going to give you their money. They are going to say, you know what, I must be on your schedule, I must be part of your booking and all of that. So for relationships, we need more role models for men. We've focused on women repeatedly, and that's good, but we need to also focus more on men, from young men to adult male, and all of those things. We need people who will have confidential meetings with young men. Young men need to have role models. What we see right now, we're seeing Yahoo, we're seeing infidelity, we're seeing anyhowness, abnormality, and the men who are getting it right are overwhelmed by the work. So if you know that you have a desire or interest in that, this is a good time to improve your skills, deepen your knowledge, and provide value in that space. We also need people who will help parents whose children are coming out and they're saying that they want to be that they are LGBT. When children come out, or maybe adults come out to say they are LGBT and all of that, we need professionals in that space. What are professionals going to do? Different things. Number one, to help the parents through the process. Some parents can be dramatic, like just provide some family counseling, guidance, so that at the end of the day, the fact that their children are LGBT does not mean that they have to cancel them or they have to disown them or all of those things. So if like parents had like cushions and stuff, and it has nothing to do with me, so it's not about ED, is it that you are campaigning for LGBT or you agree with them? It has nothing to do with me. I'm inconsequential in this. I'm telling you what is going on in the world and how we should respond to this. So this is not personal at any level. This is what it is, And then let's go to tech. So for the tech industry, there's so many ways to get money. Now that you're on holiday, it's a fantastic time to learn about Scrum, Scrum Master, everything Scrum, Agile, all of those things. From pen to profit means that you need to sit down, look at your skills. The 3 most marketable, juicy skills that you have. That skill that that can keep feeding you. So for example, one of my skills is my speaking skill, which is my gift of gab. I am incredibly great at what I do, and I know it. Like I know it, like I know my name. So I spend so much time pruning, fine-tuning, getting my wisdom, blending wisdom with with wit and comedy. So while I am talking to you, you are laughing in between it, but you are feeling what I'm saying, and what I'm saying is making you stick. And of course, I also know how to make people cry. And what I mean by that is I know how to get any kind of emotion from anybody I'm listening to. I have spoken to presidents, to whoever, and I can get my emotion out of you. Even if people worship your majesty, I can make you cry. Like, I know how to evoke my emotions. I know the words to use, the sound to use, the examples to use, the tone to use, the body language, the joke, the seriousness, the unseriousness. I know how to get the response from you. And getting this response from you comes from a place of love, compassion, kindness, and the fact that I am interested in helping you move from where you are to where you desire to be. And I just want to take off this coat of shame. I want to take off this coat of pain. I want to take off this identity crisis from you, because I know that shame drowns you. It makes you feel like you're not good enough. And once you feel attacked in your identity and in your soul, you will malfunction. So I know how to use my words. So I am very intentional about the experiences I create with my words and with my voice. And I know how to write. I don't take pleasure in writing, but I'm a good and fantastic writer. Writing doesn't give me so much joy, but I write beautifully. What else? I consult. So I have mastered the business of listening. If you pay me for a service, by the time you're done talking to me, you are going to feel like we've been best of friends. That is the reason why my clients love me and they are part of my life and I'm part of their life. Now we're like family members and siblings, because I have mastered the art of rapport. Anywhere there's rapport, miracles will happen. So when I listen to you, you would know that I understand you, I feel you, I get you, and I genuinely want you to feel better, to everything about you. And I will be there for you. So I have mastered those 3 skills. And in mastering those 3 skills, my pen wrote them down. And the next thing I did was to package those skills into products. Any skill of yours must become a product. And when you're packaging into product, your focus is not the income. Your focus is, first of all, the impact. When the impact is deep, the income will follow. And that's the reason why I am bold to charge. I'm never sorry for what my price list feels like. It is not expensive, it is exclusive. That is what I deserve for the value that I provide. And it's okay if it's not within your budget, understandable. But that is what it is. And that is the amount of money I will be paid. At this level, I do not offer anything that is free beyond my live sessions and my YouTube page. So if you want anything free, I have 275 videos on YouTube. Go feast on them. I created them for you. Marinated with love. I took my time. It cost me money, stress, and pain, tens of thousands of dollars, because my documentary is also there. But one-on-one with me, virtue is going to leave your account. You're going to pay 5, 6, whatever digits in dollars. That is my time. That is my depth. That is my expertise. That is my access. Sharing your word with me. So 2023, tech industry, find your way in. Scrum is a fantastic route into the tech industry. Scrum at whatever level. Google it up. Go on YouTube. The second thing, the sales and marketing industry. People want to make more money and a lot of money. If you position yourself, you are going to be the sales priest. And they are going to come meet you and you're going to clean out. The next one, the lifestyle industry. Go for it. There's the children industry, because parents want to keep the desire to give their children what they couldn't have. So they keep pushing boundaries and boundaries. Fantastic. The relationship industry, be there. Remember to offer value first, not just show up in the industry. Offer value. Focus on value. But money is going in that direction. There's money in that direction. Finally, there's money in the direction of community building. Community building. So if you know how to build a community, start at whatever level, free, freemium, subscription, go find out. Organizations are going to pay community builders, and that's the reason why the influencer industry is there. Organizations are paying community builders to help them advertise, to publicize, to give them more money. So instead of just putting in the newspaper right now, They are paying community builders to say, you have 500,000 people, 1,000,000 people in your community, sell this to them. So it's a fantastic time to build a community. Muslim community, Christian community, who people call unbelievers or whatever they call it. So many things. But there's money in community, whether it is free subscription or paid subscription, but there's so much money. Find a unique community and look for how, because what you're selling at that point will be attention. You have a tribe, they know you, they like you, they trust you. So the organizations are the one paying you money to advertise. There's so much money at that level. So you have absolutely no reason to say, oh, I'm broke, I'm this, I'm that, I never have a better last year, this and that. No. Hear the voice of money and follow money. Check out influencers, what are they doing differently? Hear the sound of money and follow it. And then another thing I'm going to say to you is, make it a point of duty to give. Here is what I know about giving and has worked tremendously for me. When I find someone that I appreciate and I like the results that they are getting, and I know that I like what they carry and I desire it, I intentionally send a gift to them, no matter how tiny. The essence of the gift is for connection. I believe in mental connection, financial connection, spiritual connection. If you carry what I like, if I like what you taste like, what I feel from you, what I hear from you, everything, I will find a gift to connect with you. I randomly ask people for their account numbers. Like my seed account every year is in 7 digits. And trust me, I exhaust it every time because I randomly look out for people that I like. And I say to them, can I have your account details? Can I have your account details? Can I have your account details? They are usually pleasantly surprised. I am not asking beyond account details. I send them the money. They appreciate me and that's the end. But trust me, they become your brand ambassadors. What that will do for you is the day they hear about an opportunity or a platform or whatever it is, they're going to mention your name because you brought yourself from the back burner to the front burner. You separated yourself that, oh, I'm not a user, I'm not a collector, I'm not here to receive. I am here to also help you increase your greatness. I am here to give. I am here to be part of your growth and development. For example, in my personal life, if I receive 100 messages, 95 are asking me for something. Truthfully, I don't answer any. Because when I want to give, I am led to give. So you don't need to ask me before I give you. I already know how God works with me and I give in that direction. 95% of them are asking me for something. Like it never occurs to them that I have my problems. It never occurs to them that I'm human. It never occurs to them that I am not a statue. The only thing they see is how to collect and how to receive. The 5 people who say to me, Edie, how are you? Edie, can I buy you snails? Whether I like it or not, the first thing I do before I ever share my account number with them is to check their profile to see what they do, who they are. Because it's not about the free money. I'm also intentional about knowing what's going on. So, ironically, I've registered their names or their handles or something about them in my mind. I have seen opportunities for them. And I usually say to them, can you do this? And they say yes. And I'm like, okay, I'll put in a word for you, but do me a favor. If you've never done anything excellently well, ensure you kill this. Like, ensure you give your best on this. I have a name to protect. And if you've never done anything well, this one must not fail. Because this is just a favor and I think you should go for it. And this is their budget. I actually even tell them their budget so that they never undercharge. This is their budget. This is what they have. Push it to it or close to it. And they are always thankful. So look at 2023. Whose taste do you like mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually, psychologically? Plug yourself somehow. You are not waiting for things to happen for you. Create things, design things, provoke things, move things. You are not waiting for somebody to remember your name. Bring your name to their consciousness. Do you understand? You are not waiting for heaven to show up. Show up at the doorstep and knock. Let's stop making it look like after praying, you should just go to bed and be under your duvet. No. Be very intentional about what is going on. There's so much money online. Reels is starting to pay people. YouTube pays. There's so many other platforms. TikTok. People are cashing out. It is not a testimony that every year all the songs you're singing is about poverty and brokenness and you're shouting, I receive, I receive. Some people have been attending the Experience musical and worship stuff for 17 years. I doubt they receive offering, but has it ever occurred to you to go to the website of House on the Rock and drop money? How can you show up somewhere repeatedly for 17 years, even if you've gone only once or twice? Has it ever occurred to you to go on their website and say, I refuse to keep feasting on this for free because it costs them something? The fact that they are not charging you does not mean it's free. There are so many worship leaders in Nigeria, fantastic writers, releasing the sound of heaven. How many of them have you said to, please, can I have your account number? And if all that you can send is $10, $20, you are connecting with something. I have never met someone who is obsessed with receiving who prospered. I say it every time. I have never met that every time they are doing giveaway, your account number is there. Every time they are doing anything tied to receiving, you are there. No. Be intentional about creating joy for other people. That's the meaning of your gift will make a way for you. Be intentional about sending DMs, reaching out to people. Be intentional about the next 365 days. Be intentional. What are you going to do differently? What are the things you're going to stop doing? What are the things you're going to start doing? You can't always be on the poverty list. It's not a God problem. And it's not tied to your school. I graduated from Olabisi Onabanjo University before I decided to fix my life to what it has become. I left Moshi in 2018, 4 years ago. 4 years ago. 4 years ago. Just in case you don't know my story. 4 years ago, I lived in Moshi for 18 years. It's 16 to 34. You cannot always be in the poverty list, in the SAPA list, in the whatever list. Social media is a free distribution platform. You can write out names of 50 people that you desire to be connected to. Don't be a nuisance, don't disturb them. I'm not advertising disturbance. No. Send a DM. It can be as tiny as $10. Connect with something. Study their results. Study their strategy. Study what they do differently. You can't go to church on the 31st of December and you're just screaming, I receive, I receive, I receive, and you are crying in the presence of God. He ain't going to change nothing. He ain't going to change nothing. And then, can you hear the sound? There's the sound of wealth. There's the sound of greatness. There's the sound of increase. And it's not tied to how much they are paying you at work. Work is there. What else can you do differently? Even if all you can do is connecting buyers to sellers and getting a commission, it's going to go somewhere. There's Amazon KDP, where you can share a link to a product, people buy it, Amazon pays you an amount of money. Some of you here, instead of just playing around on social media, you can create educative videos, filled with wisdom and fun. And it's going to bring you so many deals and stuff. Like there's so much out there, and money is out there, but it is tied to work, intentionality, and strategy. So I'm just here to let you know that you have no excuse. You have no excuse. You can make money if you are interested in making money. And you don't need to start with expensive gadgets. You can start with your phone. Just find a good section, start with your phone. I remember meeting a gentleman called Frank Donga. He's an influencer in Nigeria, doing pretty well. And he said to me, he said, when he started everything that he was doing, he was part of the first pioneers of the industry in Nigeria. Frank said to me, he said, I was using my iPhone 6. I will record, I would edit. I learned how to edit on YouTube. I'll do all of those things and push it out. And that's how he was crunching millions of naira at that time. And then, became a force to reckon with. Check out the different people who have changed the history of their lives and their trajectory. Do you know how much YouTube pays content creators and educators? Go study the 50 most followed YouTube accounts. Sit down with the 50 most followed YouTube accounts and say to yourself, what are they doing differently? What can I learn? What can I adjust? What knowledge do people need? And you don't have to be the wisest. You just need to know what you're teaching people part-time. I don't like being broke. That's the reason why I don't want you to be broke. And when I say broke, if you have less than $2 million, it's broke. It's broke. Less than $2 million is broke, because we need to challenge ourselves. Less than $2 million is broke. So we can't afford to be broke. You can't say I have $100,000. No. There are some Teslas you will not buy. You can start, just tasting money by $2 million and above. Just enter your rest. So if you are listening to me today and you have less than $2 million as anything, you are broke. Yes, I need to press your neck. And then don't say, hey, money is not everything. Even in scripture says money answereth all things. Do you understand? Yeah. Look at what because when you're it's not about money. Heaven is the goal. Don't go to heaven poor. Don't let your children curse you. Don't attract curses to yourself. Don't be a wicked ancestor. $2 million and below, broke. Line up. Names of financial noisemakers. $2 million and below. No, it ain't gonna happen. When you are saying that the earth is the Lord and his fullness thereof, and the Lord is my shepherd. Yes, $2 million, you are broke. Come and beat me in my house. Yes, line up. It's assembly time. Come on, be telling me, day boys quarters. $2 million, you are broke. I need to press your neck. Come on, be saying, is it not your own dream that your friends will be doing birthdays and you will give them one house? Do you understand? Make it on earth and make it in heaven. Go and show up to Papa God broke. Going there. Don't show up broke. Show up wealthy. Big boy. They will not use siren to announce you're welcome. Do you understand? There's so much money. People are saying, unbelievers. Unbelievers are the richest. They don't have Holy Spirit, so they're not interpreting tongues. So the people that you people are calling unbelievers are the world richest. They are the ones creating all the apps that all of us are using. Yes, I'm talking to you directly. For me, if you have less than $2 million, you are broke. Oh, the people you are calling unbelievers with your chest are the ones making this world what it is. Without unbelievers, you will not have any social media app. There will not be Amazon. There will not be a lot of things. Believers will just gather and pray. After you have prayed, create. Ask, think, imagine. After you have prayed, create. I am not reducing the volume. Vide Mudia. If you have less than $2 million, you are broke. All of us must make God proud. Begin to sponsor things. Do you understand? Begin to sponsor things. Just give scholarship for children. Go to the hospital, pay hospital bills. Let's cancel student debt. Let's create things. Money is power. Stop praying and saying the wealth of the Gentiles, the wealth of Gentiles will come transfer to you at your age. How much has transferred to you? How much have they transferred to you since you've almost spent 1/3 of your life? You never get transfer. You say the wealth of the Gentiles. It will shock you. Oh, shock you back. It will shock you. You don't see any wealth. Christians are supposed to be shaking the world. That's the meaning of the word is waiting for a manifestation. But no, we're just praying. After praying, create. When you have asked, you should think and you should imagine. So 2023, I am pressing next. If you have less than $2 million in your account, you are broke. Some of you have been feasting on my content since. Have you bought Miss Nail before? No, because Enugbe. They say, Edie kisses. You know, you're telling me love smiley. No. 2023. Do you understand? 2023 like this, I want to be spending other people's money, not my own. Because they are millionaires. Do you understand? Go and sit down and ask what is going on for the next 365 days. Where is money and where must I be? Where is the voice of money? Where is the direction of money? Who must I connect with? Yes. Some of you are just there. If you know what I've done in my life, leave me alone. What I've done in your life. Unbelievers are taking care of me. Those people that you people call unbelievers, they are the ones taking care of me, spoiling and pampering me. Children of God are there. The Lord will increase you. Keep your prayer. I'm very prayerful. My own prayer is enough. Have you finished praying for yourself that you are dragging me inside? $2 million is the goal. Do you understand? Don't go to heaven broke. I don't want to see you there broke. Don't stress us in heaven. Don't say, heaven is the goal. These things are earthly. Leave it. Let us enjoy it. We have just one life. Go out. Go outside. Go and study LinkedIn. The people prospering on LinkedIn, what are they doing differently? How can I prosper? Good question. Don't send me any... yes, I'm the gatekeeper of heaven. Yes. God does not like broke people because we are not moving mountains on earth. Unbelievers are laughing at Christians. Enter one hospital and ask them, shut the hospital down for 1 hour. How much is the entire bill? Pay. After paying, now ask, can I pray for you? You will be shocked at the response. Do you know what it is for a total stranger? They will receive prayers. Whoa. The kind of prayer they will... Cancel student debt and say Jesus is Lord. Show up with money, financial power. Not that you are not even looking like the God you are trying to advertise. Brand ambassador. You will say, and the God you're talking about is the owner of heaven and earth. But here you are. You are struggling to even have transport fare. The owner of heaven and earth has not even given you transport fare. Pia. Show up at schools. There are some students who do not have school fees because some of them lost their parents. Some of their parents are incapacitated. Life has happened to their parents. Pay school fees. After paying school fees, now tell them, do you know Mr. J? Do you know who God is? Financial power is key. Christians need financial power. We'll just be praying up and down. Let's get to work. Let us get to work. Let us get to work. That is why unbelievers, the people you people call unbelievers, so have more power in the world than us. Because there's a budget for sin. There's so much money backing drama. Do you know what it is to be sponsoring worship concerts? To be sponsoring different things. But instead of sponsoring, Christians are screaming, why are we paying? Is worship not free? Worship is free in your house. Media is paid for. If you go to a hall, you will pay. The only time worship is free is when you are under your duvet singing, praise the Lord, oh, single, single. If you go on YouTube, you will pay for data. If you show up at a hotel or anywhere, you will pay. The only time worship is free is in your house. Let us get to work, darlings. Let us get to work. I need to go eat breakfast. This is free knowledge. This is what I'm doing. Trying as much as possible to play a bigger game, increase my financial power so that your voice can be louder. The people you call unbelievers, if they tell you to come and work for them for $1 million, most of you will forget God. Most of you will forget God. When you see money, you will not even pray again. You will not pray again. One of the reasons why some people are still Christians is because they don't have money. Once you have money, you will see what you will do to God. You won't even remember how to pray. Don't let poverty be forcing you into relationships. Spiritual relationships. No. We need financial power for us to manifest like children of God. Do you understand? I come in peace. Peace only. Enjoy your lives, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a fantastic conversation with you. 9 countries on board. Thank you so much for listening from everywhere in the world. Yes, I will put it on my Instagram page. I will also put it on my YouTube page. YouTube has about 270 videos, so you can keep watching it. Enjoy your lives, guys. Poverty is not a testimony, and it is not a God problem. 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 It's time for offering. Can we please pass the offering basket around? It's time for offering. Because, you see, it is time for offering. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic afternoon, evening, morning. Merry Christmas in advance. Tobawa, Joa, 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 Tobawa, Joa, Tadesita, Joa, 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 Jojo, Joa, 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 Jojo, Joa, Joa. They are both offering, no. Afro damn both offering, you see? Money Joa, Joa, she bought badges, thank you. Money Joa, Joa, Tobawa, Joa, Chadesita, Joa, 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 Jojo, Joa, 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 Jojo, Joa, 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 Jojo, Joa, Chadesita, Joa, Joa, Joa. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Thank you, Larry, for the badge. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Jingle bell, jingle all the way. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, jingle bell, jingle all the way. I don't know what I'm saying. Bam. What song is we used to sing? Something. Maria, ta. I didn't used to go for Christmas something. Thank you to all the people buying badges. What's other song? Thank you for the badge, mother. What other song? Happy New Year in advance, my darling. 2023 is going to work for you, but you got to do the work. Do you understand? It'll be your best year yet, but you got to do the work. Don't just pray, create. I love you. See you. What other song can we use to end this now? Please submit a song now. What song can we use to round off the service? The Pen to Profit service. What song can we round off with? Talk to me. What song can we round off with? What song do you know? Yeah, strong. Obio no go minus. Obio LME 9 plus. Da-da, 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 and I stand strong. Da-da, 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 turu, turu, turu. Yes, see you. Bye. Kisses.